In this video, I check out the all-new Elegoo Saturn IV. Elegoo is a technology company known for producing affordable and high-quality 3D printers. Established in 2015, Elegoo quickly gained popularity in the maker community for its user-friendly and reliable products. Their 3D printers, particularly the Mars and Saturn series of resin printers, are highly regarded for their precision and ease of use. The Elegoo Saturn IV is a high-resolution resin 3D printer designed for hobbyists and professionals who require detailed and precise prints. Building on the success of its predecessors, the Saturn IV features a large build volume, allowing users to create bigger models or batch print smaller parts efficiently. Let's have a look what this 3D printer has to offer. As with all the latest releases, the Saturn IV has the laser etched plate for better surface adhesion, and please don't forget to remove the protective film. This unit now boasts the new build plate clip system over the thumb screw, a system I much prefer. Some more protective film to be removed from the 12K mono screen, and the main difference between the Saturn IV and its upgraded Ultra counterpart is it doesn't have the tilting VAT camera or the Wi-Fi. The redesigned aluminium VAT now has dual pour spouts, and this also has a protective film that needs to be removed. There are 4 lugs on the bottom that need to be aligned for the VAT to pop into position. An essential addition that all 3D printers should have is an internal heater. Elegoo were awesome in sending me this unit that they just added to their accessory range. It's a DIY edition and it's really easy to fit. The average winter night here in Victoria, Australia is about 7 degrees Celsius, which is not a good thing for resin that needs to be at around 25 degrees. You get all the parts needed to fit the unit in the box. The PTC heater warms up the chamber in about 5 minutes and only uses 12 volts to do so. It shows the temperature in real time and also has air filtration. You get 3 filters in the box that just pop in and out of the bottom of the heater. Once the back plate is screwed into place, you can then screw in the heater unit onto that back plate. The power socket and the power switch is on the back. This whole process took about 15 minutes to complete, and all the tools are also provided in the box. Now Elegoo, you could have at least colour matched that plate to the cabinet. The heater takes a couple of seconds to fire up and then the unit kicks in to warm up the chamber. With all the hardware assembled, we now need to install the software which is provided on the USB stick, and that's called Chitterbox. Once you install the software, head over to the bottom to add the printer. Then select the manufacturer, select the Saturn IV icon, hit next, and believe it or not, that is it. You are ready to print. For a newbie, this whole setup is as easy as it gets. You won't need to change any other settings. When I originally started, I had so many print failures, but with the Elegoo units, the prints have worked from the get-go. For my test print, I'm using this creature from Loot, and it comes pre-supported. Loot figures have a lot of detail, so it will make a great test to see the quality and speed of the Saturn IV. Once the 3D model is brought in, click on the slice button and Chitterbox does a calculating thingy and then save to a USB stick. Once you boot up the Saturn IV, it goes through a self-diagnosis routine and it shows those steps on the vertical 3.5-inch touch screen. That process takes about a minute. The menu is easy to navigate and simple with very large icons, so peeps like myself can fumble through the directories. When you're ready to print, head into the print section. Press the bottom play icon. The Saturn IV then lifts the build plate to the top. It then goes through a mechanical sensor calibration, which takes about a minute and then starts to lower the plate. The unit then detects if there is enough resin in the vat, and this is where I ran into a snag. Even though I had about 90% full, it informed me I needed more resin. I restarted the print, and the second time around it gave the go-ahead. Go figure. It then does an autoplate level and then starts to print. While we're waiting for the print to finish, which will be just under 6 hours, let's check out some of the Saturn IV details. The Saturn IV uses a Cobb and Fresnel collimating lens, high printing precision with no light spots, effectively minimizing resin waste. 144 LED lights that create an accurate and even printing result with intricate details. With a single click of the button, the Saturn IV will perform a quick self-check to ensure all its bits and pieces are working properly before your printing starts. The auto leveling gets rid of the constant need to manually level the build plate and returns high adhesion rates. The 10-inch mono LCD has an incredible 12K resolution output, giving you amazing detail with stunning clarity. Build plate comes in at 219 by 123 by 220 millimeters. The build plate now has a quick release mechanism, making it more efficient and effortless and far more easier to set up. The replaceable sturdy metal lock screws hold the vat in place during the printing process. The vat now has dual pour spouts, making it far more convenient to add or remove resin. In my opinion, one of the best upgrades is the flip up front cover, doing away from having to lift the cover over the X-axis. But be aware you will need at least 210 millimeters of space for the lid to open fully. With those details out the way, let's check out the test print. So, what did you expect? It's a 10-inch mono screen with an incredibly high resolution. The pre-supported model from Loot has come up really well and the detail crisp with no visible layer lines. Let's have a look at what I think are the pros and cons of the Saturn IV. As you just saw, the 12K resolution for those highly detailed miniatures is a huge plus. The value for money is exceptional with the unit, and coming in about $140 less than the Saturn IV Ultra makes it very affordable. The flip lid is a welcome addition over the usual tub style, and that self-leveling plate makes things far easier for setting up. Finally, the sheer ease of the initial setup will be such a breeze for newbies and gives them the ability to get right into printing with just the default settings. Now let's check some of the bad. As good as the flip lid addition is, the unit now needs quite a bit of space behind the unit to open fully. I'm not a fan of the USB port location. I don't mind that it's on the side too much, but it's right at the back. That's the problem for me. An issue I came across was I was getting dripping splashes. This occurred when a small print finished and I got a bit impatient and lifted the build plate before it finished dripping off the excess resin. More of a my bad than a bad feature. Finally, be very careful to keep that build plate lock. Quick release lever down as I left it up, and when I closed the lid, it cracked the bottom. Ouch. Hopefully, this was an aid in helping you pick your next 3D printer, and if you enjoyed watching this video, leave a comment. Also, check out the links to my affiliates in the description section. In the meantime, check out these other reviews I've done on Elegoo 3D printers, and I'm off to do some diorama building.